What's up, CW fans? I've gotten a lot of questions about grounding and bonding, really bonding, on my truck when going mobile. So I want to do a quick video to show you all what I did so far to totally bond my vehicle, which is a really important aspect of using some of these mobile antennas, like the one that I typically use right here, which is the ATAS 120. I've got it in my RAM box right here, ready to go. I just pull this cap off right here and then pop that baby on, and I'm ready to rock and roll. But let's look at how I bonded my vehicle so that I was able to get the best performance possible. I've worked, probably well over 100 countries mobile, and most of the 50 states, not even really trying, do some mobile contesting and have a lot of fun on CW while I am in the vehicle. So let's take a look at some of the bonding points that I've identified that need to be bonded together and what that means. So let's take a look. All right, the first set of bonding points are all four of my doors. I've got this extended cab. I don't know if it's called crew cab or whatever, but I've got four doors that I've got bonded. And here's the first bonding point. What I wound up doing is I made use of the existing screw here, and I've got an eyelet with a bonding strap here, and it goes around onto the other side here. The purists would say I should probably do it on both hinges so that I could have both of these bonded, but so far I've only done it to one hinge on each one of my doors. That's the back door on the driver's side, and here's the front door on the driver's side. I believe this is a 4-inch strap, and as I put it on, I put it on and made sure that the door would close, everything would look good, there would be no pinching, nothing would happen with the strap. I was kind of wondering like how this would maybe pinch the strap, but it doesn't. So yeah, it works out pretty good. So no drilling, nothing exciting there. Basically just made use of the existing bolts here. There's a nut here on that side, and I have two eyelets. As a matter of fact, what I did for the eyelet, they're slitted eyelets, so I could just loosen this up a little bit, slide it in there, and then tighten it. So I was able to do that for all four doors, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's see what I did under the hood. So that hood is a big piece of metal that needs to be bonded. So I ended up bonding the hood to the chassis here, and let's pop that open, see what that looks like. Again, let's open this baby up here. The purists would say I should do this on both sides. Haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will. But I ended up making use of another some kind of a like sheet metal screw nut, whatever, or bolt or whatever. Just loosen this up, put the eyelet around there, ran it over this way, and this is about as short as I could really do. And I think this is what I think it's a 16-inch strap, and loosened this nut and popped it around there. So that effectively bonds electrically the what do you call it, this hood to the fender here. I'm not sure. I think this is all sheet metal. I thought this was maybe fiberglass at one point in time, but I think it is all sheet metal. So the other proper way to do that would be to do that side also. I'm gonna get around to it. I ended up running out of straps, so I'm gonna do that side also, and we should be good to go. Some people say the engine needs to be bonded also to the frame. I'm also told that it already is at the factory. for many reasons. I did not do anything to my engine. It is what it is. And quite frankly, I was looking at maybe trying to figure out how to throw a couple of maybe 1 or 2 straps from the engine to the chassis in some way, but haven't really found a great clean way to do that anyways. So back to the drawing board on that one. The other thing that needs to be bonded is this back bed. The back bed needs to be bonded to the chassis, and what I wound up doing is, you might be able to see it through the crack. Actually, I'll kind of back it up a little bit. So there's the main cab, there's the bed. I ended up, you can kind of see, no you can't. I'm gonna go up underneath here and see if I can show you a better picture of how I was able to bond this to this. I did do this on both sides of the vehicle. So I did get that done. There's the other one here. Yeah, it's right in there. But yeah, I was able to do that by going underneath the vehicle and performing what I needed to do. So as you can see on this piece of metal here, I wound up doing a self-tapping screw. I know you probably can't really see it very well. I don't have a light on me, but I wound up doing a self-tapping screw from here to here, and I made this arch up and over because I think the bed and the cab need to move independently of each other. I wanted to make sure that there was plenty of flex here so that it can move how it needs to move. But that's how I did it from the bed to the cab. And yeah, I think it's working out pretty well. The other thing, so that is the bed to the cab. The other thing is the exhaust. The exhaust should be bonded to the body also. So I basically took regular pipe clamp and I wound up snugging this underneath the pipe clamp and attaching it to, where did it go here? Right there. I attached it to this point, which looks like there's some kind of a support strut attached to it also, but I made sure that that was attached to a metal point that is indicative of, you know, bonding this exhaust to the bed. So basically the exhaust is bonded to the bed. I didn't get a chance to do the other side yet. Nope, I didn't. You know, it's work in progress, so I got to do the other side. They say you should do both if you have dual exhaust. So I will do that, but haven't gotten around to it yet. So far, things have been performing pretty well, and I'm almost hesitant to touch anything any further. So that is what we're looking at so far from the bonding project. So not a ton of work. I just put that one bonding strap on the hood. I got one for each door. That's a total of 5. I got one on this side for the bed to the cab. That's 6 and 7. And then I've got number 8, which is on the exhaust here. I'm going to do the other exhaust eventually, and I'm probably also going to do the other side of the hood here too eventually as well. So then I'll have all of the panels essentially bonded together, whether it be the hood, the cab, the bed, the exhaust. And then the doors are all bonded together too. Some folks say that you should now take the cab and bond the cab to the frame. There's some frame rails underneath this truck. I started to mess with that on the other side because I think, you know, that that's probably not a bad idea, because I believe the cab, there might be some connectivity to the frame, but I've got air ride in here, so I think there's a lot of non-electrical connectivity to the frame, which I'd like to maybe change that up a little bit. But either way, I've got the bed, cab, doors, and hood all bonded together along with the exhaust. The last thing that people might say is, oh, wait, hang on, don't forget about the tailgate. I didn't forget about the tailgate, just haven't found a great way to bond it and also give me the ability to take the tailgate off rather quickly if I need to. You know, like right now, everything is kind of quick disconnect. And if I need to pop the tailgate off because I'm doing something, I can. So I haven't really worried about it too much. I was thinking about doing some kind of like maybe quick disconnect, maybe along the lines of maybe drilling something in the side here, or I should say maybe down here, and maybe putting something along the side here. So don't know what I'm gonna do about that quite yet, but so far everything has been working out pretty fantastic. The other thing is, I know a lot of folks like to put a braided ground from the diamond mount onto a piece of the metal or something like that, just to bond this better to the frame of this door. I'm thinking about that. Probably gonna figure out whether I want to do that maybe this spring, because the spring is when I want to maybe kind of finish up some of the other bondings. I might even put the second one on each one of these door hinges also, just to see if that makes any bit of difference. But that's what I did for bonding on the Ram 1500. This is a 2017 edition limited, and yeah, so far it's been working out fantastic. Like I said, I've worked many countries, many states, worked around the world. I talked to Russia on sideband, not a big deal. So, well, it is a big deal. Propagation's all of it. So, any questions, let me know. I am not a master at this, just showing you what I did, and hopefully this helps some folks. Like I said, I made use of the existing bolts and nuts everywhere that I could. The only place that I actually drilled something was when I mounted the bed to the cab, as you saw with that little bit of braid. I think I used a 6-inch braid or 5-inch braid in an overarching fashion, so it would give the ability for the bed to have some movability if it needed to. All right, well, hopefully this helps some folks. If you want to do some mobile CW or maybe even sideband, whatever that might be, and yeah, working some contacts. Hopefully I'll be able to work you guys, some that's on the air, park on the air, or just generally mobile. So CW on, my friends. See you later.